My name is Dr. Burks. I help high-level professionals like yourself do the thing that you hate to do the most, grow. None of you know anybody. That's why you're here. You wouldn't be in a networking group if you had all the right people in your network. Today, I'm going to help you master the game of getting the right people in your network. 2005, I was introduced to the right person in my life by accident, right? So in 2005, up until that point, I was in information technology, working in Barclays Capital, downtown Chicago, Illinois. I was one of the help desk individuals. Now, the way you see me dressed right now is the way I would dress every day at work. So your typical IT person that you saw with the polo on and some khakis, that wasn't me. I felt like I wasn't a part of that group. I knew I was a little bit more established. I knew my brain and my mindset was a little bit more fine-tuned, and I wanted to be around people that can fine-tune me. So I would take all the high-level tickets. I don't care who you were, CEO, COO, CIO. I took those tickets because everybody else was scared to get in the room with that guy because it made him nervous. Not me. I love that guy because it gives me an opportunity to talk with somebody that knows more than me. That's how I've always been. When I was a little kid, I wanted to talk to my grandmother because she knew more than me. I wanted to talk to my father. I wanted to talk to the old man at the store, whoever it was. But one day, I'm up there after a few conversations over a few months about business, about finance, about world economics, me and him back and forth. One day, I get a ticket to come upstairs. I go in the office, as usual. I do my usual triage. I get up under the desk. He comes in the room. Mike, sit down. I'm trying to fix what you asked me to fix there. He said, I didn't call you up here for that. He said, over the last 4 months, I've been speaking with you, and I've gotten more ideas from you than I can from my colleagues. This is not where you're supposed to be. So next week on Monday, I don't want to see you here at all. I mean, what do you mean? I need you to go start a consulting business. Go find out what it looks like to help people do what you do for me on a daily basis when we're in here talking for lunch or just talking in general. Okay. We sat down, talked for a little longer, go back to my desk. Monday morning hits. I'm at the house, sitting there. I'd already put in my resignation, and he's like, calls me. He texts me first, are you home? Yeah, I'm home. Calls me. You really did it? He's like, yes, I'm at home. You said go and start a consulting business. I think you believe in me enough to where you think I can do it, so I'm gonna start it. He said, what's your bank account information? I gave him my bank account information. He sends me $5K. That's for you to start off your consulting business. And I want you to come and meet me for lunch for the next 3 months. I'm gonna help you. I've never seen nobody execute like you did. That was the first guy in my network to show me what it looks like to be a real partner. And then he showed me how to master the game. We came up with this together. The game of networking. It's not just the game of networking, it's just master the game, period. But today is for you guys, it's networking. Game is growth, accountability, methodology, and execution. These are 4 things that every day inside of your business, I believe, will help you grow to the next level. So growth, accountability, methodology, and execution. So you try to ask yourself, who is this guy first, right? I acquired my bachelor's degree at Northwestern in business, my doctorate at Texas Tech, 20 years in consulting as of now. My collective network has over 120 million. My current net worth is only 150K. How do you acquire a network of over $120 million and you're not even worth a quarter of that? It's how you approach the people. You strategically find people that you absolutely need in your network. Stop just going to find anyone. That's not going to help your business grow. You have to be absolutely certain, intentional about who you bring into your network and how you're going to work with them. I've done that. So I've been a strategic partner for 100 businesses and helping them scale their businesses to 300% plus over the just last year. These gentlemen and women could tell you that I was a partner to them that they could never replace. And to this day, they would sit down with me and they give me, hey, Mike, I need a bit of your time. I need a day with you. And I'd give it to them. But today, I'm giving you me for free, and I'm going to give you some tips and some things on how to get your network rolling. We're going to be absolutely intentional and absolutely executable in this thing. So next, let's back. 1120 Ventures, my company. I help high-level professionals like yourself build and scale what it is you're trying to grow. Whatever it is. I've been in various industries, oil and gas. I've been in hospitality, health and wellness, the whole deal. I've been across various industries, and I've helped each and every one of them grow because I'm not niched down to one industry. I'm niched down to one idea: how to grow. The reason he asked me to go find a consulting business because he found out something that I didn't know. I know how to reverse engineer problems and bring it down to a small level to you on the daily things that you need to do to execute to solve that problem. So I turned it into a business, whether it be financial advisory, multimedia, whatever it is. You give me your problem. In a day, I can reverse engineer it down to the 5 things you need to do every day to fix that problem. So today, we're going to give you some ways to network and get you the right people. Why is strategic partners matter? We know about fast-paced business. We know the right partners can drive sustainable growth. Each partner provides unique insights and strategic direction. Don't just bring anybody in your network. Know exactly what they do, what value they have, and how are you going to have a mutualistic relationship with them that matters. 2 types of relationships in this world. We're going to stop right there for a second. 2 types of relationships. There are parasitic and mutualistic. Find out who are the mutual people in your life and nurture those. And whoever is parasitic, I want you to be man or woman enough to let them go today, because they are extracting resources and life force from you. I don't care who it is. You have to be able to pull in the right energy to be the type of professional that you're trying to be. You guys are looking to make 5, 10, 15, 20 million inside of your business. You can't do that when someone's extracting resources. And one of your best resources is your time and your energy. Find that parasite. We'll explore 3 key partners today: growth champion, trusted advisor, and a strategic champion. All right? These are 3 people that I guarantee you that will take your business to the next level. So let's talk about the first one, a growth partner. Growth partners are smart, integrated, executable individuals. They offer intelligent and actionable growth strategies. So I myself, and I, like I told you, I've been acting as a growth partner for a lot of people for over the last year. So let's talk about growth for a minute. There are 5 key areas in your finance that are going to help your business grow. 5 key areas. We're talking about your leads, conversions, your transactions, profit, and your margins. If you can get in those 5 key areas and execute 3 things in each one of those categories, I guarantee you'll see exponential growth. That's the type of thing that I do for the individuals that I come in. So I'll come in, we'll sit down in a room like this together, we'll have lunch all day long, and we'll start attacking different areas of your business. There's 4 key areas of your business that you need to attack: people, profit, product, and process. I think you might want to write that down, because I want you to think about what's going on in your business. Do you have the right people in place? That's why we're here today, right? Do you have the right product? Do you believe in it enough to talk to anyone about it? Do you have the right process in place so that you're not wasting your time? And then do you have the right, people, product, process, and profit?
Yeah.
Are you completely aware of where your profits are going? Completely aware, down to the decimal. Do you understand where the money's coming from? You want to make 6 figures? Do you know how much that it looks like to make it on a daily basis? It's $297.33 a day to make 6 figures. Are you making that daily? How much is a client for you? All those things. This is what a growth partner does for you. It triggers your mind to start thinking about, wow, how intentional am I about growing my business? How much is a client worth to me? How many clients do I need a month in order to reach my revenue goal for the year? Do you have a revenue goal? Anybody in here have a revenue goal for the year already? If you haven't raised your hand, that's a problem. How are you going to grow your business? You don't even know how much money you need to make. What's the milestone that you need to make? And we're not talking about just for the year, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year, 5, 10, 15, 20. Individuals who make $1 million don't think on a day-to-day scale. They think decade-to-decade scale. They have an entire plan for the decade. Everyone's on team with it. Everybody knows their job within the plan. Do you have the right network that does that inside your growth partnerships? Everyone who understands what it looks like. And we're talking about not just people that you're going to work with, right? People that you work alongside, people that you mentor, right? You have to have different levels of this, right? So we got to have the people that are pouring into you. You got to have the people that you can have on side by side and work with, and then you got to have people that you're pulling up as well. That's how you grow your network. I have individuals who love me. They ask me for mentorship, guidance, and all those things. I have individuals who are on my level that we share ideas and bounce ideas off each other and try and figure out what it looks like to grow. And then I have people that I call when I'm having a huge problem and I can't solve it myself. And I ask them, what am I missing? If you don't have this type of networking going on and you're missing the mark, you're not going to make that goal. So after you find a growth partner, and I want you to be strategic about it, I want you to find out, think to yourself, who in my network helps people grow? I'm so sorry. Find out who in my network helps individuals. Who in this room helps businesses grow? I know of 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Do they help the type of people that you help? Don't just network with anyone in the room. Do you have a synonymous network of people that you can work together over the next 5 years? And then you sit down with them with a strategic partnership plan, right, on how we're going to exchange business with each other. You work with these type of individuals, you work with these type of individuals. So what we're gonna do is, when the people that are working with me are ready to come with you, I'm gonna refer them to you. And then the vice versa. And over the next 5 years, we're gonna share it out. Our revenue goal in this partnership is $100K per quarter. Now you know what you're doing. Now you're strategic about how you're working together. Not just, hey, we should refer some people to each other. What's the revenue goal? How are we gonna get to the next level? So now that we got a growth partner, right? We got someone that's gonna help us grow our ideas, our concepts, the things that we're trying to put in place, we got that. That's not what we're gonna do. Wrong way. Now we have to have a trusted advisor. Someone who you absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, know that they're going to give you the right advice to get to the next level. So there's a gentleman that invited me to this thing, right? I'm a huge fan of him. When he calls me, I know that our conversation is going to last more than what we thought it was going to be. We sit down with each other and we're like, yeah, let's meet for like 30 minutes. 2 hours later, we're laughing and trying to figure out how we're going to get out of this room. Every time. And it's not just because we enjoy each other's company. We share some really great ideas with each other, and we've helped each other without any thought. He's a trusted advisor to me. If I need to put an idea across to someone, I would call. And when he calls me and asks me to do something, I hesitate without saying yes. You've been a trusted advisor for a while, brother. Since the day we met, we can't get away from each other. When you said, my thought was, after this, I want to be closer to you because I know what the vibe looks like. I know I'm going to get something that I need from you every time, whether it be energy for the next day and the next thing that I'm going through, or it's an idea to grow my business. It's always in the conversation with him. Do you have a trusted advisor? Like someone that you could sit down with and just have a genuine conversation and end up coming out with a major idea that takes your life to the next level. And if you don't, it's time to start networking and finding that individual. And you need to be specific on who that is. Does it need to be an industry specific person? Does it need to be a life specific person? Does it need to be a spiritual advisor? We're not just talking about business here, right? We're talking about life, how we're going to grow in our entire encompass thing that we got going on. Sometimes we might just need a life advisor. Someone to get us to understand. Look, and I know if it's to you, babe, but us as men, we go through a lot of things inside our head that we need another guy who's going to listen to us and let us cry for a minute without y'all knowing. Because sometimes we want to kick a wall because we got a lot of things on our shoulders. We got the family, we got the car, we got the house, we got the problems that everybody's bringing to us, on top of the fact that we're trying to build a business. We told everybody we don't want a job, we don't want to clock in no more, we want to build something. We're trying to make $1 million now. So on top of that, I got the world on my shoulders, life on my shoulders, my own personal mental health on my shoulders, and sometimes we need another individual to talk to. So you might need a trusted advisor in the mail. Maybe you're kind of overwhelmed in your business, right? You chose something, you're like, man, I'm a little over my head for a moment, but I don't want to say anything. You know, as a man, how many times you like, I really don't want to tell nobody, but I'm over my head. Yeah. Then you text somebody and tell them, man, I'm over my head, bro. I really need you to give me at least 3 things to do over the next 90 days that can help me out of this. A trusted advisor, somebody who's going to give you things. He's going to provide critical insights and outside perspective, identifies blind spots and challenges in your existing strategies. Like all these, this is the type of person that you need. This is the type of person that you need in your life. You can't, and my mentor told me this a long time ago, I think he told me back in 2017, it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. The person on the outside can see the blemishes and all the things that's going on, and it can tell you how to work it out. But you're inside the picture. You're the thing that everybody's looking at. And you've been building this amazing, beautiful Monet for everybody to see because you're smiling every day and you're working it out because you feel the dream happening, but at the same time, there's a few things that's just not working. But you keep smiling like that Monet. Someone needs to come in and take the brush and, because it's been sitting around for, it's a little dusty in these corners and, there's a blemish over there. Get a trusted advisor. Someone's going to help you out. Find the blind spots. And a person that will fill them for you without anything in return. Hey, let me help you with that. I know how to fix that. Don't send me no invoice. I didn't ask you for that. I just want to help you with this because I am super excited about what you're doing and you had to stop and I can help you. That's the type of trusted advisor you need. I have a friend of mine, mutual friend between me and Fab over here. When I'm having a networking problem, when I don't know the right person, I call him and be like, hey man, do you know someone in this, this, and this? I guarantee you without fail, you know what? Give me a moment. And within minutes, that right person is in my lap, and he's yet to ask me for anything. That's the type of gentleman he is. He's a real trusted partner. I've talked to him about life, I've talked to him about business, I've talked to him about finances, I've talked to him about everything. I have one in there, I have a spiritual advisor, someone that I call once a month. Me and God are not having a good day. I need to talk to you, bro. I don't think he likes me right now. I don't think he's looking at my life and trying to help me. I think he's looked over what's going on with me. And we get through it. I want you to find a trusted advisor. It's going to help you get past a lot of things. Think about it in your companies. Who's above you that's doing very well that you can put the ego aside and be like, you know what? I need to sit down with you. I want to understand how you got to where you are. All I need is 15 minutes. And then let me go execute what you're telling me. And if I need you, I'll come back. Put the ego aside. Go talk to that man or woman and find out how you can get to where they are. Ego will kill your network every time. That was for the man. Coach for the men, it kills us every time. And lastly, got a strategy champion. So we've got a growth partner, someone who's going to give us a lot of insight on how to grow, right? Got to have that. Then we got someone who's going to advise us on how to move forward, how to give us that motivation to move forward, how to use some of the knowledge that we have. Now we need a strategy champion. Now we need someone that can break down what we're trying to do and give us the steps to move forward. Because a lot of us don't know how to do that. We don't know how to reverse engineer the top goal and bring it all the way down to the minimal thing that I need to do. Anybody ever read Gary Keller's The One Thing? If you haven't, this is a book that you need to read. Gary Keller shows you, and Gary Keller is the president of Keller Williams. Yeah. He wrote a book called The One Thing, and it is absolutely imperative to entrepreneurs to read this. This shows you how to find and keep the one thing, the main thing. Mm-hmm. Like keeping the main thing is very hard, but he teaches you how to do this, and it became one of my strategic champions.
Yeah, Dr. Brooks, what was the name of that book?
The One Thing.
Cool, thank you.
Now, all of these things, remember, it doesn't always have to be a person, it can be a book. A lot of times you're looking for a person, and it might be a piece of information that you have yet to invest in to give you that next level. I invested in that early on. That keeps me going. What can you invest in to get you to the next level? A course, a mastermind, a book, coaching session, whatever it is. Find you that strategic champion. This person is going to specialize in executing plans for you. You have the plan in your head. Like, you're like, man, what I want to do in this business is make this much MRR. I want to be able to hire this many people. I want to impact this many people with my product or service. They see that, right? You got that. You're top down looking at it, and you're telling them that. They're like, all right, cool. Land the plane. Let me show you what it looks like in the cockpit inside of command, and I'm going to show you how you end up getting from this point to that point. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up a little bit here. So before I'm going to go forward, I'm going to tell you a quick story. So one day, this was when my daughter was 15. She was on her way out of high school, and she was ready to drive. Yeah, are you scared yet? Got in the car. I said, okay, get yourself prepared to drive my way. So her mirrors, put it all together, put her seatbelt on. I had to tell her to put her seatbelt on. Just teenagers think that they're invincible. And I said, okay, now put it in gear. She said, I said, babe, put it in gear. We gotta move, we gotta back out of the driveway so we can get down the street. She's like, okay, where are the gears? And which one do I put it in? I had to stop her. 4 main gears in the car. Drive, neutral, reverse. What's the last one, everybody? Park. A lot of us are sitting in park. In our business, in our finances, in our life. We're sitting in park. We're in paralysis. A lot of us are in park, and we've got to get out of park. And a lot of us think that the work that we've been doing every day is it's a lot of good stuff, but no, it was busy work. You were in neutral.
Yep.
A lot of vroom, 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 but you're not going anywhere. Yep. You've got to put it in reverse, get out of park. Get out of where you are. Position the car where you're supposed to so you can get and drive. Now, the second part of that is, we would have had to go somewhere. I told her, did you put it in the GPS? Huh? I don't understand how you can drive in a car with me for years and not know what a GPS is, but hey, it's not like it's on your phone or anything. I show her the GPS. So we have to get from here to there. We can't do it by our brain, we don't know how to get there. We're gonna need a GPS. These people are your GPS. You're not going to get to 100 million ARR, MRR, whatever you're going to do. You're not going to get there without a GPS. You're not gonna get out there without step-by-step instructions, knowing who, what, when, where, how. You're not gonna get where you're trying to go without some step-by-step instructions. It's gonna be difficult. You're gonna beat yourself in the head later on, and you're gonna quit. Humans are built like that. You will quit because it's difficult now. Matter of fact, and you hear me say the word difficult is because that's how I talk. But you keep saying that it's hard. When you think of hard, what's the first thing you think of? You think of a rock or a mountain, something immovable, right? When you think of the word difficult, it's only a solution that I need to find to get out of this problem. Stop telling yourself that it's hard. It's difficult. I just need to find a solution. I need to step back and find out how to get past this. So, how do I use this knowledge that Dr. Burst gave me? Because it's a lot. Identify key partners in your network already. Identify them and tag them as who they are. Strategic, growth, or trusted advisor. Put them in that, and then try and figure out how they can add to your life and how you can add to theirs. These are the type of notes that you should be taking with them. How, what, when, value for value. After you do that, leverage their expertise for your business growth. And what I mean by leverage, go add some value to their life and ask them, is there any way I can help you? I guarantee you, if you've already helped them in some type of way, they're gonna be like, you know what? How can I help you really quick, right? Because you've done so much for me already. Then it's just a conversation, and be ready for the conversation. One thing I'm gonna tell you is always be ready for the conversation. If you're gonna go with someone who's gonna help you, be ready with the answer. Remember he was talking about the 30-second pitch? You gotta be ready for that 30-second pitch. Quickly. What and where and how, all that, right? I was at a networking event one time, and I had the opportunity to meet 3 people. Dr. Eric Thomas, it was Nikki Saunders, and the top level guy for Eric Thomas's people at the time, Josh. Josh is a multi-million-dollar individual. Dr. Eric Thomas at the time was making a couple of million. Now I can meet him and I can talk to him because I was running a coaching and consulting business at the time, and I could talk to him. And people asked me why I didn't go talk to Josh. I don't have a multi-million-dollar question for that man, so why would I even go over there and waste his time? I want a picture. The picture cannot grow my business, nor can it help me in any type of way. I'm not gonna go over there and waste his time with a picture. Until I have a multi-million-dollar question for that man, I'm not gonna waste his or my time. I'm gonna stick with the people in the network that I need to talk to until I grow to that level, then I can have a conversation with them. Stop talking to people that you can't add value, nor that they add value to you at the moment. If you don't have a multi-million-dollar problem, multi-million-dollar question, don't talk to that person. Find the people that are on your level. Be humble. Find your people. They will help you get to the next people. I'm working on it. I see you.
Oh, you're good. It's just another text. I apologize. It's
Okay.
Just keep track.
Build a team that drives sustainable success. You're not here to continuously grow your people to 150 people in your network. You just need 3 in each area to grow over the next 10 years that you're gonna work with. That's what strategic partnerships are about. We're gonna work together over the next 5 years, and we're gonna try and make sure that you make this much money and I make this much money. That's how it works. You don't need a whole bunch of people, you just need quality people that are gonna help you identify the problems, get you strategic solutions, and grow those things that you're trying to grow. And then lastly, you need to figure out which one you are to someone else. We've been talking about all the other people you need in your network. What about you? Who are you to someone else? Are you the strategic partner? Are you the trusted advisor? Are you the growth champion? And then once you identify you are that person, I want you to double down on that for them. Become more valuable than they've ever known in their life. Because Jim Rohn said if you help enough people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want. I help as many people as I can. I sit down and I talk with them, and I've yet to ask them to give me an invoice. But if usually they come to me and ask, how can I work with you? We can sit down and talk. Because a lot of times you probably need to help someone to get to a certain level before they can pay your invoice. You might need to introduce them to someone in this room so that they can get to a certain level, so that they can pay for your services or something else. Utilize what you already have to get what you need. It's not that you don't have the resources, it's that you're not resourceful. Think about being resourceful at all times. So that's it, everybody. If you're looking to expand your network or your net worth, my coaching advisory sessions are very serious. We sit down for a day and I deep dive inside of everything that you got going on, and I will give you a plan that executes. And I guarantee what I give you is different than anyone else. It's strategic to you. It's you, not less cookie cutter. I'm using the same thing that I use for someone else. No, I use the right framework, but different strategies. There's two main parts to a vehicle. We're gonna end here. Two main parts to a vehicle: the frame and the engine. Every car has that. It's just the body makes it look different, right? Who in your network can make the body of your vehicle look different? You already have the frame. You have the framework. You've been doing it for a while. You know how to get the car going. You got an engine. You wouldn't be here if that wasn't up to the promise, right? Who can make the body look exactly the way you want it to look? If you're tired of the car looking like a Hyundai or a Honda, and you want a Lexus, go find someone who builds Lexus bodies. If you want a Maybach, go find someone who builds Maybach bodies, and tell them to put that on your frame. Color, the interior, the entire thing. Show them how you want it to work. Be absolutely transparent about everything that you need from them. And then be a sponge for the entire time that they're helping you. And at the same time, find out ways that you can help them in return. So this is it. Take all this information, and over the next 90 days, find out exactly who you need. And work with them for the next 5 years. Do not add any more people to your network. Find the people that you absolutely need to grow your revenue, to grow your life, to grow your finances, to grow your relationships, and work with them over the next 5 years. And I guarantee you, you'll see more growth than you've ever seen in your life. My name is Dr. Burks, and I'm glad to be with you individuals. Any questions?
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Good. That's one reason the question answered.
I think I shared this with a couple of people in here, conversations, but I'm a big believer everybody needs a coach.
Yeah.
Even, you know, your Fortune 100 CEOs have a coach, right?
Yeah.
They have to have somebody looking from the outside in. And at some point, like where I ended up, we're going through a few coaches, and I'm like, okay, well now I know as much as the coaches do, and I needed something else. And so I put together an advisory board.
Yeah.
3 people.
Yeah.
One's directly just business. One is a large real estate team,
Yeah.
the owner of that team, and then the other person is somebody who does 4 times as much volume as I do in the mortgage industry. So we've got the 3 people of different opinions, different ideas to go like and bounce ideas off of. So and what you're saying about giving to these people, and they will give to you as well. And finding those people is exactly what we're all here for, right?
Absolutely.
And everybody in here has been that person to give before they receive. And that's why everybody's in here, right? We found our people, right? Like that's the whole point of making sure everybody's in the right room, right? So we're all given before receiving, and that's the goal.
Another good thing I would say is that I feel like you could be the same thing for different people. Like I'm a trusted
Same.
advisor to someone who, you know, might need it, like right there, but I'm also a growth partner for somebody else or someone who's helping strategy. So you could play different roles for people depending upon the situation, which I always think is really key.
All you
It
have to
just
do is
depends
know
on-
who you are, right? Because if
With
you
that
don't
individual.
identify who you are in that network for that person, it's kind of difficult to be there for them, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then what's your, how many minutes do I have? I got a couple of minutes?
Yeah, go ahead. Couple minutes.
I want to help you with your pitch. Your pitch A lot of times we don't do the pitch right is because of one question. I hate to do this to you, bro. Who are you?
I'm personally Frank.
Who are you? You told me what you do. A lot of times you ask a man or woman, who are you? And they're gonna give you what I do. I'm a financial advisor and I'm gonna ask you about all that. Who are you? In here and in here. Who you are in here and in here drives what you do. And then how you do it becomes simple. If someone asks me who I am, I'm just a man of principles and values who loves helping people no matter where they are in life. 30-second pitch. Well, how do you do that, Mike? Well, through my company, 1120 Ventures, I'm able to do boom, 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 and boom. Until you absolutely dive down on who you are, it's gonna be difficult to tell people what you do. And you're gonna keep identifying yourself by what you do. You're not your job, you're a person before that. So you've gotta develop your pitch around who you are as a man or a woman. Once you get that together, talking to people about what you do is gonna be very simple and easy. You'll get straight to the point. When I got up and I told you what I did, it was a couple of seconds, right? And it tells you, it compels you to ask the next question. Well, how do you do that? How do we do that? It's just a conversation now. That's what the elevator pitch is supposed to do, to get the next conversation going. Because now the how, I can't sit down, I can't ride this elevator with you and tell you how. We're gonna have to sit down in a meeting. You already found out who I am and what I do. Now we can sit down and talk about the how. Who you are drives what you do, and then how you do it becomes simple. That's how you develop your pitch, everybody. By the time he comes up and does his, and he gives you the rest of the information that he has on pitching, you should be able to come in this room and only get the bigger things that he's gonna teach you to add on top of that to be more effective, right? You guys had some amazing pitches, it just went over. And if you're in the elevator or in a room like this, in Constellation, you walk past someone and be like, hey, what's your name? What do you do? And you give them 45 seconds of really nothing that he really needs to hear, you've just missed an opportunity. And I need you to think of these opportunities as money. How much is a client for you? Per client?
Client?
Yeah.
Per client, what do I do? Per week?
Yeah,
Depending on the business.
depending on the business. So let's be up
15 to 20,000.
15 to 20,000. Imagine if you weren't able to clear that person, if you weren't to get that person in your network. That's $15,000 off your table. $15,000 that's not on the rent, it's not on the kids at home, it's not on the car payment, it's not, you get what I'm saying? You gotta think about every person that you meet, this is a potential $15,000 client, this is potential money in my pocket. The kids need this. So I need to be on my A game when I talk to this person so that I can be able to give them the opportunity to work with them. Don't miss money because you were being cocky about who you are. Get real intentional about how you're gonna do this thing. All right? I'd work by numbers a lot in my head. People are numbers to me. To my head, if I'm not going to be able to talk with you and eventually get some type of value out of it, right? Whether it be 10% growth in my life, right? Because we're friends and you add to me, or if I'm not going to be able to get 30% growth in my business because what you're able to give me is more clients. Like I approach things that way. Put FOMO in your life. If I do not close this person in this 30 seconds, I'm gonna lose. And I don't lose. Never. So you guys have a great day. I'm about to go have lunch with the wife, and I hope everything goes well with what you got going on. Absolutely, I've been thinking about that the whole time. I'm like, this is a gentleman that has a lot of strength to sit there and have his spouse in some type of situation and be able to sit here and smile and look at me like everything's fine. I'm like, I'm praying in my head that he doesn't get the text that gets him out of the room. You know what I mean? Like, and that's that, and I'm, man, so grateful that you were able to come in here and be a part of and still have that going on, man. Kudos to you.
Well, I appreciate you coming and want to make sure that we gave you as much, you coming in, giving us some good value, and Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you to, over the next, when I sit down, I'm gonna type an email, I'm gonna send it to you in an email. Everybody will get this presentation, and it'll come with a link that if you would like to sit down with me and kind of elevate what you got going on, I'm open to each and every one of you. Matter of fact, I will give 30% off to the entire group if you actually wanna sit down with me. So,
Awesome.
man, you guys are, like, I was listening to some of what you guys do, you guys are awesome, man. Like, I don't see why y'all need a networking group. Y'all should be coming together in a mastermind and trying to figure out how to elevate each other's revenue to the next level. Cause some of you sound like you're already making $1 million plus.
We
You
do-
came
we
in here
do
looking
that
like a
too.
movie, gentlemen. You look, I know, alright, so anybody watch Billions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sacker. Not Sacker's, but the one that was dating Sacker, the,
I haven't seen it. What is that?
Yeah. Watch Billions, there's a, what's his name?
Yeah.
Connerty, John Connerty, that's who he looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
When he came in, I was like, they got Connerty in here?
Nice. Well, thank you so much. And we'll get contact information and everything from Elton and stuff for you, or if you got cards or something, and then you guys can.
Oh,
connect and
yeah.
have a
If
conversation.
you wanna, how's the
Um,
best way to contact? Well, how, want an email or something like that?
The best way is to give that information to me and I'll put it on our website.
Alright.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's the quickest way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easiest,
that's
yeah.
the easiest way.
Alright, if this is your first time, we'll ask you to go on a quick tour here with Reese. You can
Okay.
do a quick lap and give him the, don't throw the chair at him.
Man.
Yeah.
Now, do we have to go on the tour?